Welcome to SteFee Podcast.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Speak English with SteFee.
My name is Steve.
And I'm Fee.
We are so happy that you're spending your time with us today.
Whether you're cooking dinner, cleaning your room, driving to work, exercising, relaxing on your sofa, or getting ready to sleep, thank you for choosing us as your English learning companion.
That's right. Every episode, we help you improve your English naturally through real conversations.
And today we have a topic that is very important, very personal, and honestly, something that almost everyone struggles with.
Absolutely. Today's topic is...
Be kind to yourself. Steve, before we start, how was your day today?
My day was pretty good. I woke up early, went for a short walk, drank some coffee, and spent some time planning this episode.
That sounds peaceful.
It was. How about you?
Well, my day was a little busy. I had a lot of things to do. There were emails, meetings, and household chores. At one point, I felt like my brain had too many tabs open.
Laughs. That's such a good description.
Do you ever feel that way?
All the time. Sometimes my mind feels like 20 people are talking at the same time.
Exactly, and that's actually connected to today's topic because when we get busy, stressed, or tired, we often become very hard on ourselves.
That's true. Many people speak kindly to their friends, but speak very harshly to themselves.
Yes, if your friend made a mistake, you might say, "It's okay. You'll do better next time. Don't worry." But when you make a mistake, you might say, "I'm stupid. I'm a failure. I'll never improve."
And that's exactly why today's conversation matters. Being kind to yourself doesn't mean being lazy. It doesn't mean giving up. It simply means treating yourself with the same compassion you would give to someone you love.
I love that. And throughout this episode, we'll share personal stories, learn new English vocabulary, discuss self-care, and give practical tips that you can use in your daily life.
So grab your coffee, tea, or water,
Get comfortable.
and let's begin. Part 1. Personal Experiences. Story 1. Being too hard on yourself.
Steve, have you ever been too hard on yourself?
Oh, definitely. In fact, I think many years ago, I was my own biggest critic.
Really? Tell us about it.
I remember when I started a new job. I wanted everything to be perfect. Every email had to be perfect. Every presentation had to be perfect. Every task had to be perfect. And whenever I made even a tiny mistake, I would think about it for days.
Days?
Yes, I would replay the mistake over and over in my mind.
Wow, that sounds exhausting.
It was. One day my manager told me something interesting. He said, "Steve, you're spending more energy criticizing yourself than improving yourself."
Wow, that's powerful.
It really changed my perspective because being hard on myself wasn't helping me grow. It was actually slowing me down.
That's such an important lesson. I think many listeners can relate to that. Vocabulary section number 1.
And speaking of that story, let's learn today's first vocabulary word. Today's word is overwhelmed.
That's a useful word. What does overwhelmed mean?
Overwhelmed means feeling like you have too many things to handle at the same time.
Can you pronounce it slowly?
Sure, overwhelmed, overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed.
Excellent. Example sentence. I felt overwhelmed when I had too many responsibilities at work.
I can definitely relate to that.
And listeners, try saying, I feel overwhelmed when... Finish that sentence out loud. Story 2. Comparing yourself to others.
Can I share one of my experiences?
Of course.
A few years ago, I spent a lot of time comparing myself to other people, especially on social media.
Oh, that's very common.
I would see people traveling, getting promotions, buying houses, learning new skills. And I would think, why am I not there yet? Why am I moving so slowly?
I've had those thoughts too.
Really?
Absolutely. I think almost everyone has.
The strange thing was that my life wasn't bad. I actually had many good things, but I was so focused on what I didn't have that I forgot to appreciate what I already had.
That's a great point. Comparison can steal our happiness.
Exactly, and later I realized that social media often shows people's highlights, not their struggles.
That's true. We're comparing our everyday lives to someone else's best moments.
And that's not a fair comparison. And vocabulary section number 2.
That brings us to another useful word. Today's vocabulary word is pressure.
What does pressure mean?
Pressure is the feeling that you must achieve something or perform well.
Like when everyone expects a lot from you?
Exactly. Example sentence. I felt pressure to succeed quickly.
Many people feel pressure from family, work, or social media.
That's right. And learning English can sometimes create pressure too.
Yes, some learners think they must become fluent immediately.
But language learning takes time. Be patient with yourself. Story 3. A big mistake.
Steve, what's a mistake that taught you an important lesson?
Years ago, I worked on a project for weeks. I spent countless hours preparing. When the day came, I made a major mistake during the presentation.
Oh no, what happened?
I accidentally showed the wrong file. The information was incomplete. I felt embarrassed.
I would have been embarrassed too.
For several days, I kept thinking about it. I couldn't stop replaying the moment.
What helped you move forward?
A friend asked me a question. He said, "If someone else made that mistake, would you judge them this harshly?" And I immediately said no.
Interesting.
Then he asked, "So why are you judging yourself that way?" And honestly, I didn't have an answer.
Wow, that's such a good question. I think listeners should remember that. Sometimes we're much harsher to ourselves than we are to others. Vocabulary section number 3.
Let's learn another word. Today's vocabulary word is compassion.
What does compassion mean?
Compassion means kindness and understanding towards someone who is struggling,
Including yourself?
especially yourself. Example sentence. She showed compassion toward herself after making a mistake.
That's beautiful. I think many people need more self-compassion.
I agree. And that's what today's episode is all about. A transition.
We've already talked about mistakes, comparison, and being too hard on ourselves.
Now we'll share some surprising health stories about stress, burnout, lack of sleep, and the lessons we learned from ignoring our own well-being.
Trust me, listeners, some of these stories changed our lives. Speak English with SteFee. Episode, Be Kind to Yourself, Mar Part 2, Health and Self-Care Stories.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Before the break, we talked about being too hard on ourselves and comparing ourselves to others.
Now we're going to discuss something that many people experience but don't always talk about: burnout, exhaustion, and recovery. Steve's burnout story.
Steve, have you ever experienced burnout?
Oh, yes. And honestly, it was one of the hardest periods of my life.
Really? Tell us what happened.
A few years ago, I became obsessed with productivity. I wanted to achieve more. I wanted to work harder. I wanted to improve faster. At first, it felt great. I was accomplishing many things. But slowly, I stopped resting. I slept less. I exercised less. I spent less time with friends and family.
That doesn't sound healthy.
It wasn't. At first, I thought I was being disciplined, but eventually I became tired all the time. I couldn't focus. I became irritable. Even small tasks felt difficult.
Wow, that's serious.
One morning, I woke up and didn't want to do anything. Not because I was lazy, I was simply exhausted. My body and mind were asking for help.
That's such an important difference. Being exhausted is not the same as being lazy.
Exactly. That's when I learned an important lesson. Rest is not a reward. Rest is a necessity. Vocabulary section number 4. Let's learn a new vocabulary word. Today's word is burnout.
I hear that word a lot these days. What does it mean?
Burnout is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion caused by too much stress or work over a long period.
Can you say it slowly?
Burnout, burnout.
Burnout.
Example sentence. After working 12 hours every day for months, he experienced burnout.
That's a very useful word. Vocabulary section number 5.
Another important word is exhausted.
What's the difference between tired and exhausted?
Great question. Tired means you need some rest. Exhausted means extremely tired. Much stronger than tired.
Can you give us an example?
Sure. I was exhausted after working all day and sleeping only 4 hours.
I think many parents can relate to that.
Absolutely. Fee's self-care story. Now it's your turn, Fee. Have you ever ignored your health because you were too busy?
Unfortunately, yes. There was a period when I wasn't sleeping enough. I kept telling myself, just one more task, just one more email, just one more hour. But 1 hour became many hours.
Oh no.
For several weeks, I slept only 5 or 6 hours each night. At first, I thought I was fine, but then I started getting headaches. I felt stressed all the time. I became forgetful. And one day I got sick.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Neither did I. My body was basically saying, please stop.
That's a powerful message.
The funny thing is that I thought I didn't have time to rest. But when I got sick, I was forced to rest.
Sometimes life teaches us lessons the hard way.
Exactly, now I protect my sleep much more seriously. Handkai, vocabulary section number 6.
That story reminds me of another useful word. Today's vocabulary word is recovery.
What does recovery mean?
Recovery is the process of becoming healthy or strong again after illness, stress, or difficulty.
Can you give an example?
Sure, after a stressful month, she needed time for recovery.
Recovery is important for both the body and the mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, what we learned.
Looking back, I learned that taking care of yourself is not selfish.
I completely agree. When we take care of ourselves, we have more energy to help others.
Exactly, you can't pour from an empty cup.
I love that saying. Vocabulary section number 7. Today's next vocabulary word is balance.
That's a very important word. What does balance mean?
Balance means giving appropriate time and attention to different parts of your life.
Like work, family, health, and hobbies?
Exactly. Example sentence. I'm trying to create a better balance between work and personal life. Vocabulary section number 8. Another useful word is patience.
What does patience mean?
Patience means staying calm while waiting for something or while facing difficulties.
That's something English learners need.
Definitely. Example sentence. Learning a language requires patience. Part 3. Deep discussion, Marge. Why are we kinder to others?
Steve, here's something I've always wondered. Why are people often kinder to their friends than to themselves?
That's a fascinating question. I think part of the reason is that we see other people's struggles with compassion, but we see our own struggles with judgment.
Interesting. So when a friend fails, we understand, but when we fail, we criticize ourselves.
Exactly. We expect perfection from ourselves, but not from others.
That's so true. Why social media creates pressure. Let's talk about social media. Do you think social media creates pressure?
Yes, but I think it depends on how we use it. Social media can inspire us, but it can also make us compare ourselves constantly.
I agree. Sometimes people post only their successes, not their failures, not their fears, not their bad days.
Exactly. And then viewers think, everyone is doing better than me.
Which usually isn't true.
Right. Every person has struggles that we cannot see. Vocabulary section number 9. That brings us to another important word. Today's vocabulary word is mindset.
I love that word. What does it mean?
Mindset means the way you think about yourself and the world around you.
Can you give an example?
Sure. A positive mindset helped her overcome challenges.
Mindset can change everything.
It really can. Is perfection possible?
Here's a question. Do you think perfection exists?
Honestly? No. I don't think perfection exists.
I agree. But many people still chase perfection.
Yes. And sometimes perfectionism becomes a trap. People wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity, and they never start.
That's true. Progress is often more important than perfection.
Exactly. Done is often better than perfect. Mistakes are part of learning.
Especially when learning English.
Absolutely. Nobody becomes fluent without mistakes.
I think mistakes are proof that you're learning.
I couldn't agree more. Every mistake teaches us something. Resting versus being lazy.
Okay, Steve. Here's something people often debate. What's the difference between resting and being lazy?
That's a great question. Resting has a purpose. You rest so that you can recover and continue. Being lazy is avoiding responsibility when you're capable of doing it.
I mostly agree, but sometimes people call themselves lazy when they're actually exhausted.
That's true. And that's why self-awareness is important. You need to honestly ask yourself, do I need rest? Or am I avoiding something?
Exactly, and there is no shame in needing rest. Handheld vocabulary section number 10.
Our final vocabulary word today is grateful.
What does grateful mean?
Grateful means thankful for the good things in your life.
Can you give an example?
Sure. I'm grateful for my family and friends.
I love that word. Practicing gratitude can make us kinder to ourselves.
Absolutely. Part 4. Listener application.
Now let's talk about things our listeners can do today. Not tomorrow, today.
Great idea. Tip number 1, take breaks. Even 5 minutes can help.
Tip number 2, drink enough water. Your body needs it.
Tip number 3, get enough sleep. Sleep is not wasted time. It's an investment in your health.
Tip number 4, talk kindly to yourself. Replace "I'm terrible" with "and I'm still learning."
Tip number 5, celebrate small wins. Did you learn one new English word today? Celebrate it.
Did you exercise for 10 minutes? Celebrate it.
Did you make it through a difficult day? Celebrate that too.
And tip number 6, stop comparing yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Part 5, reflection questions.
Listeners, we're going to ask you a few questions. Try answering them out loud in English. Ready?
Question number 1, when was the last time you were kind to yourself? Pause.
Question number 2, do you forgive your mistakes easily? Pause.
Question number 3, what would you say to a friend who is struggling? Pause.
Question number 4, why don't you say those same words to yourself? Pause.
Question number 5, what is one thing you can do this week to take better care of yourself? Pause.
Take a moment to think about your answers. There are no right or wrong responses. Just be honest. Closing.
Well, Steve, this has been such a meaningful conversation.
It really has. Today we talked about mistakes, burnout, recovery, self-care, patience, gratitude, and treating ourselves with kindness.
If there's one thing we hope you remember, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward.
Little by little, day by day.
And remember, growth takes time.
Whether you're learning English, building a career, improving your health, or chasing a dream, be patient with yourself.
You're doing better than you think.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We truly appreciate every single listener around the world.
Don't forget to practice English every day.
Even a few minutes can make a difference.
Take care of yourself.
And remember, learning English is a journey, not a race.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.